Hi guys, I'm back. See, Twitch is streaming, and the YouTube also says it's streaming. We'll double check that. It is indeed. Everything's working as it should be. Hi guys, I'm back. We're going to be continuing with the Thaumaturge. This is Lalek, who we tamed, I suppose is the appropriate word, last time. Weird and creepy. And we were about to talk to Javier and set our ward, so to speak, on her way. Let's see, what do we have? Bond of Speed. Salutors' next action will be 1 round faster. Increase damage by 100% if the enemy is in the suffering state. Sabotage interrupts the plan if the enemy is in the suffering state. And, this one. Speed up your next action by 1 round. Next tier after that. Sure, why not one more focus? I'm more focused. Relaxation restores my focus. I haven't had a problem with that so far. Not really. Gamble, perfect planning. Speed up your next action. Yep. Weakening 7 reduces inflicted damage by 50%. I could see that being useful. Suffering and restores health points for every enemy in the suffering state. There'd have to be a lot of enemies in the suffering state for that to be worthwhile. Let's see, where are we? That's a shed. That's locked and locked. Announcement. Work for university students. Information. The Courier's editorial office. We're up there. Nope. Anything this way? Just checking, you know. Guys gotta check. Into the shed. I'll get there in a second. Forged documents. Identity card. Surname Stern. Name Ekaterina. Date of birth 4/1/1861. I have no idea actually if that's April 1st or January 4th. Place of birth. Petersburg. Father's name Moshe. Mother's name Olga. Profession governess. Residence Warsaw. Stamp. I certify that the named person, Ms. Ekaterina Stern, is a citizen of the Russian Empire as stated. That's her fake. Zubov. Name Antonina. Date of birth 10/24. Okay, that one I know is October 24th, so the other one then would have been April 1st. Warsaw. Ivan Maria Seamstress. Let's turn on the Debussy. Gollywog's Cakewalk. Police orders. 12 units yesterday in the middle of the night. There was an attack on a barge transporting crates of ammunition in Port Praga area. Send all available officers to the area. The gang most likely consisted of 5 people, stocky masked men of various ages. Doesn't appear to be anything else in here, so we will talk with Javier.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Did you want a pumpkin carriage and some glass slippers, senora? Smuggling ain't as romantico as that.
Javier, yes? I've outgrown fairy tales. I'm here to make a deal.
I left that fucking chest by the door. I could barely lug it. Big as a whale's trapeze. We gonna do something or just stand here and stare?
So what's the plan? What are we doing?
You'll get papers, Austrian ones. Almost authentic, but don't go flashing them left and right.
Then it's off to the pier and onto a boat out of the city. Then a steamship upriver.
In Krakow, the transfer to a Vienna-bound train. He'll be there in a few days.
Sí, bueno. As soon as we agree on the money.
The police at the entrance have me a little concerned. Did something happen we should worry about?
Esos pinches pendejos can't keep their hands to themselves.
Someone fucking filched a weapons transport, and now the police are shitting themselves. They're looking high and low, even under hookers' skirts.
Somos profesionales.
We'll keep out of sight, and it'll be gone skeet.
Your turn. Tell the gentleman about the compensation.
You'll get my whole fortune. The appropriate paperwork will be yours as soon as I leave Warsaw.
Toda? All of it? Meaning how much?
Enough, so you won't have to lift a finger for the rest of your life.
What about the travel chest? Do we have to bring that?
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what I'm paying you for.
So, all right. Vamos?
If this is going to work, then we need to get going.
Indeed.
Ariel, you go to the puerto and call the little captain. La señora will get changed, and we'll follow after you. Victor will come too. You'll see if anyone's following us.
What? I'll do what?
What you paid for. Vaya con Dios, my friend.
Agitenar, Scheifel.
Journal updated. Go to the port. Well, any port in a storm, they say. Yeah. To dust you shall return. Go to the pier. Well, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do a little looking around. Okay, that's probably enough looking around, I guess. Just a quick check, see, a little more XP here. Price list: a pot of potatoes weighing 6 pounds, 8 kopecks. Pound of apples, 4 kopecks. A head of romaine lettuce, 3 kopecks. Wow, that's a lot for lettuce. Pound of carrots, 5 kopecks. Pot of beets, 7 kopecks. That's another thaumaturge point for me. I'm more thaumaturgical, if that's a word. I know thaumaturgy is a word. Alright, that's currently locked.
You damn white fucker. You've ruined my life.
Am I going to have to
Chica
fight
did
again?
what you wanted. Victor, tell him I'm right.
Two of you? I'll fuck you both up.
I'm going to get killed because someone disrespected the sanctity of marriage. Shit.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Uh-huh. Alright, let's see. He is got resistances, as does he. I don't know why the different color of the shield, though. And that guy reduces focus. Well, we'll start. Yeah, we'll start with the fight. All right. is going to be my friend and associate here. Team defense, shallow cut, shallow cut. Let's go with Veles. There's a 50% chance the damage will be tripled. If it's tripled, he's gone. If it's not, he takes a bunch of damage and also loses his trait. So that guy's throwing up team defense, so he's the one I'm going to try to interrupt. He's going to do a shallow cut. Yeah, we're going to give him suffering. Which is a dot. Alright, who's up next for them? That guy is. I'm going to try and 60% chance of slowing the enemy's action. Skill additionally casts the state on a random enemy. Cast suffering. Sure, let's try that. Come on, Veles. Oh, he got the crit. Down goes Frazier. Oh, he's got 2 curses, so he's probably going to bleed out. Next up is one of those guys. I can't tell which. Well, regardless, he's going to get to me before the other guy does, so yeah, we'll go ahead and we're going to drop another dose of suffering on him. And Veles, how's my health? Health isn't bad. Oh, but that's not going to remove the state. Okay. How about... Ah, okay, this will disable it. Yeah, let's disable the trait and hit him real hard. Ow. Ow. Man, my left ribs are a mess. So next up is a stylish shot. That's from him. That's from him. So the stylish shot is from him. We're going to try to do a quick attack and interrupt. Didn't work. Okay. Alright, he's about to go down. He is bleeding pretty solidly. Bukovac is probably going to take him out, but I'm in trouble right now. Let's see, who's up next for them? Thing is, it looks like I've got 4 stacks of bleeds on me, so I'm probably toast if we don't finish them off first. Alright, Bukovac. Carry him. I'm not in a great place right here. doubt his attack's going to get off before whatever I can do. It's not showing. I'm slow to get my damage off. He's going to do whatever he's going to do. If I can quick attack and interrupt it, I may survive. I did no damage. Nope, down I go. We have to restart. I didn't realize I had all those bleeds on me. So I screwed it up. I didn't realize all those slices were giving me bleeds. Him we're going to give the suffering to. At least it's not a bleed. That's a shallow cut. What was shallow cut? Shallow cut. That's the good luck kiss. The right hook. It's going to be from our friend. We want to try and interrupt this guy. I have a bleed on me. I have 2 bleeds on me. My friend has a bleed on him. We're just a bunch of bleeders. Gonna give another bleed to him. Oh, now we're in trouble. We didn't get that first round 50% critical hit to put that other guy out of action. Alright, so we swap over to Pierre. That guy is going to be finished, so that's good. What is Pierre? Not going to do a lot of damage. That guy's going down. That guy should bleed out in 2 turns. I think we need Bukovic. What's he got? Team counteract. First attack on this target incurs a counterattack from all enemies. So remove that. And that guy's up. And that guy. So we're gonna hit him with agony as well. Three bleeds on me. 4 bleeds on me. Alright, now. I'm showing as dying for sure. That's not great. I'm not happy with that result. I thought I would have an additional turn, but I didn't get it because of Velas failing to kill that person. And I don't think I'll get my attack off, my salutors healing attack off in time. Yeah, I definitely will. Yep, that's it. Alright, we have to go again. This is the first time I think I've lost 2 in a row. By the way, is there anyone out there? Because, once again, Streamlabs is showing no viewers, and I would like to know whether that's actually true or not. Or whether it's a bug I've got to look into, because the same thing happened 2 nights ago. So we will have to drop the bleeds with my second turn. Or second attack with a salutor, I should say. Wipe the bleeds and get a heal. Okay, we'll start the fight again. We will go with Veles. And we'll hit him with planned attack. I'm fine. I'll walk it off. I'm cut. No, that's him cut. Now I'm cut. And now we go with Upir. Lose all negative states from me. That would be good. Remove the states from me. Doesn't, Lilac have one that transfers the states? Reduces focus, removes all negative states from you, and transfers them to the enemy. Ooh, I thought, yeah, I got him right in the huevos. Ow. He's got a shallow cut. The other guy, he's going to have up a team defense. He doesn't have it up yet. So, if I can give him quick attack. I'm in better shape than I was. I don't have bleeds on me. And he does. He's still unhurt. Pier. I don't know what happens if my companion gets downed. Got a nice big heal. Because he's carved up a tree. Ow! What the hell is this? Reduces restored health points by 40%. The effect stacks. Oh, God. Alright, we gotta finish him while we can. Oh, he's going to bleed out. Receives 1 damage at the end of each turn. He's going to bleed out in 2 turns, so we'll finish him. And we'll switch to Bukovac. Right now he should bleed out. Right there. What has he got up his sleeve? Another shallow cut. Alright, Bukovac, finish him. Is the third time a charm? No, he's not down yet. He's at 2. And there. Third time's the charm. Victory is mine.
Have you ever considered celibacy? Your business would go better.
But what kind of life would that be, Senora?
To dust shall return. I'm going to go ahead and save here. Just gonna, check around. Make sure everything's clear. I can't go that way. Totally not scanning for extra experience points. Totally not doing that. I promise. Okay, I'm doing that a little. Alright, everything seems clear. Oh, we've got some additional Port Praga, which is where we're running around. Ariel Rofe and Javier. And the Dibuk in the Kabbalah. I recognize that. Was there a Dibuk in an episode of X-Files? I can't remember. Maybe. Hi, amigo.
But the boat can't hold that.
There's no choice.
If God wills it, a broom can shoot. Load it up.
Vámonos. There's no time.
I need another word with Victor.
Senora,
I wanted to thank you. I don't know anyone who'd risk his life for a stranger. If there's any way I can repay you, just say the word.
She hitting on me?
I don't want anything. I hope you make it safely to Vienna.
I'm grateful, but I don't like being in debt. And I also believe you have the right to know.
Okay.
What are you guys lagging around for? Hurry up.
Your father moved in the circles of people who shared his views, who would like to see Poland back on the map. Do you understand what I mean? He was a patriot.
My father and the revolutionaries? There's no way that could be right.
I beg you, whatever he was planning, it was certainly more subtle and effective than planting bombs in restaurants. I never met them. He called them his coterie. They were old friends of his. He secretly dreamed of creating a force that would give true hope to the Polish people, one that might tilt the scales in favor of the independence fighters.
Loca, quickly.
He believed
It's
he didn't need a great army.
An awful
just
lot
a
of it
handful
is
of
about the
gladiators
setting,
with
which is
extraordinary
Poland in
abilities.
You
1905.
getting in the boat or not?
The politics and
Your father
era.
was a wonderful man, Victor.
And, but
you remind me of him
outside of that,
a great
the
deal.
overarching
Thank you
story
for everything.
that's being painted, the mechanics
Wait,
are...
who are these people? How
that
can I find them?
I'm a thaumaturge
I don't know.
who
They
can
hide in the shadows.
contact and
Good
tame
luck.
sort
I
of
trust that you'll find your grimoire,
spirits.
Victor Szulski.
and I have so far captured 4 of them, and there are others who have this ability. And so it's sort of a mix of
Adieu.
revolutionary Polish politics
those
in
people
1905 with
If there's a problem,
a narrative about
we'll reach
my
out.
character, Victor.
Why are you so distrustful?
The fine-looking fellow on the
One
left.
man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Amigos.
Magic and mystery and a touch of horror. I was kind of hoping for more in the line of horror. What?
Heavier!
Victor!
I certainly thought I saw something really huge walking by. There it is. This is the first time we've seen something that was overtly horror and not one of the salutors, the sort of ghost spirit type things that we communicate with and control. This appears to be a classic golem. But it's the first time we've seen an earthly horror as opposed to some sort of mystical horror. So you picked the right time, because this is the first time we've seen anything like that. A golem, a dibuk.
You think they're dead?
They had no chance. Clad in clay and the fury of the sons of Israel will arise to crush their enemies. Get out of here. Golems follow blood.
I remember
Follow
the game
you are
coming out.
better.
It got crushed in the reviews, which was unfortunate because it sounded like the setting was really interesting. Golems follow blood. The farther away you are, the better. Yeah, that's the difference, is the salutors that I've been taming and we use in combat are immaterial. That thing was material. That's the first material sign of actual magic that we've seen.
I don't believe it. Salutors can't physically manifest.
Tell it to Javier. Look at this guy teaching Kabbalah to a Jew. It was a golem, you schmuck, and it will pursue them until their blood is lost in the abysses of Sheol. You understand?
Now, because of the setting, the devs also have a notice in the front of the game where they basically say it's set in a time, and to be true to that time, characters are going to be and or say things that are extremely incorrect in today's sensibilities.
What am I supposed to do to get rid of him?
The golem is gonna look for you until he kills you, and all of those of your blood. That is, unless you can figure out why he was sent after you. You must have really gotten under somebody's skin.
I haven't done anything to anyone.
That means someone of
I'm
your
from the
blood
US.
did it. Do you hear me? Ask your blood. Get lost. Not exactly my favorite person right now.
I'm in the lovely and scenic Silicon Valley. Spoiler, it's neither lovely nor scenic.
I
Okay.
guess there's nothing for me here.
That was unexpected. We have an entry for the golem. The coterie, who evidently my father was working with in an attempt to once again make Poland a nation. At this point in history, Poland has been divided up between, I think, Germany, Austria, and Russia. And this area, Warsaw, is part of Russia. The golem. First encounter with the golem was shocking. Up to that point, I hadn't met a salutor that would be able to drape himself in physical matter and affect it, but being a huge pile of clay, Golem did not flinch from creating for himself a new way inside the riparian hangar. Golem follows blood, says Ariel Rofe. He follows it at someone's explicit order. I wonder who in our family might have crossed someone powerful. I think only Lygia is beyond suspicion. Get out of Port Praga. I want to save here. That is a huge change in the game, though, is it's no longer just the spirits we can control. And these are the spirits so far that I can control. I can control Upir, Bukovac, Lelek, and Veles. And combat is turn-based, and I give myself orders and my salutor orders.
Was that the sound of a fuck-up? Shouldn't we check it out?
Like hell we should.
I have
They
over
don't pay me
6,000
enough for
hours in
that.
World of Warcraft.
You!
Yeah, a little
Stop.
bit.
Papers, please.
I thought I wouldn't have to resort to this, but since you insist.
Of course, sir. We are sorry. Go right ahead.
I have over 6,000 in WoW, over 5,500 in Latro, over 4,500 in Guild Wars 2. I'm a little bit mental. Oh, another fight? Alright. That guy is unpredictable, so his actions won't show up at the top. This one, oh, Ochrana. It's possible I beat up the Ochrana earlier, and now, let's see, a Sleuth, alright. Reduces impact on owner's focus by 1. Attack with Bukovac. He's got a lot of health points and focus. Only expansion I haven't played in WoW is Dragonflight. It's supposed to be a good one. I played it some. It seemed more cohesive for the first part. I haven't heard great things about the 2 content patches since, but I haven't gone back, so I can't speak to those for sure. Alright, we're going to start the fight. We'll start using Veles. This is one of the spirits I control. And we're going to send him onto this guy, and it'll do 15 to him, but it has a 50% chance to do triple that, in which case he would immediately lay down and take a nap. Both of these guys' actions are concealed. Alright, we're going to hit him with a planned attack. Ow. And I'm bleeding. And I'm double bleeding. If I hit him with a quick attack... No. I'll hit him with that. That'll reduce the damage I'm taking from... Oh, I didn't get the triple. That means I'm in big trouble. I did that wrong. I misclicked, and I'm screwed. I'll have to replay this, because I'm about to lose. Yep, I misclicked. Gone back to playing Destiny 2. Just bought the Legacy Collection. I played some at launch, and I tried going back later, and The onboarding for an old player who came back because they'd had so many changes was dreadful, and I was immediately lost and disincentivized to keep playing. So I haven't gone back since. This is not going well for me so far, I have to say. None of this is going well for me. I need more healing. That'll give me 8. That'll give me 8. How much damage is it doing? Only 1. And let's see if this shot finishes me. No, not quite, but I'm bleeding, and I'm doomed. Yep. I'm getting my butt kicked tonight. Doesn't help when I'm counting on my little friend to actually land a big hit to reduce the number of enemies I'm facing immediately. Alright, hopefully I interrupted his action. And I'm bleeding. And I'm bleeding again. Please finish him. Thank you. My odds just went up significantly. Alright, we swap in Upir to hit this guy. And I'm bleeding again. Nice couple of hits there by Upir. I didn't get much of a heal out of that. Oh, that's because I wasn't getting the heal out of that. Ooh, shot to the head. Played WoW. How did I use loads of keybinds? One of my great failings as a gamer is I do not use keybinds enough and smartly enough. I don't rebind keys. In the case of WoW, I have very short fingers, and so reaching a lot of the keys is difficult for me. So I'm sort of a hybrid in that the stuff I do most of the time is all with the hands, but I do click anything that's out of reach. So I do some clicking as well. Well, if I quick attack, well, that should finish him before I bleed out, hopefully. Yay, 15-point heal. I'll win this time. Oh, I only did 3. Why did I only do 3? Oh, he's at 3. So I'm going to interrupt it if I can. Hopefully. And victory is mine. Yeah, clicking is suboptimal, and I'm aware of it. And I should do more with my bindings, but it's one of my great failures as a gamer, especially in MMORPGs, that I don't. I've done experimentation with mouse keys, mouse buttons. I use the MMO mice. And for a while, I was successful in having buttons for the second and third rows of keys or of hotbar items. That worked for a while. And I even have purchased a foot pad with 2 keys, basically you could press with a foot, in trying to master my failures as a hotkey enjoyer. Yeah, that's another thing, is that I play so many different characters. I'm a devoted alt player. I'm going to save again. Getting a bit anal about this. Hopefully no more fights the rest of the way. Yeah, I play a lot of alts. Oh, another fight? No, I don't think I'll be fighting.
Don't even think of reaching for your magic book. Vanya's pistol has a very sensitive trigger.
Konechkin.
The second he moves, I'll blow his brains out, Chief.
Chief,
Let's do our best not to have Vanya shoot you in the head. Alright? All you have to do is tell us where Svetlana Petrovna is.
I'll admit that she's dead. Well, there was an accident at the pier. How about I just make a slight lie?
I'm running to a phone. There's been an accident. I think the pier collapsed.
Was Svetlana Romantsova there?
I'm afraid Svetlana is dead.
Are you sure?
She went down with the boat and didn't resurface.
Lie.
Victor, I'll be honest with you.
Well, that would be a first.
That woman was a Gordian knot. I know that she spent years compiling all sorts of compromising material against the Tsar's government. She was a traitor. We were observing her, but she managed to get everything out of her apartment.
Well, that explains what was in the
I
chest.
need to know if her knowledge could threaten the security of the nation.
If you want something from me, you just need to ask.
I have a better idea. You tell me what you know, and I know where your papa's little black book is.
Uh-huh.
Quid pro quo?
I'll buy that.
I want to know who stole my father's grimoire.
This time, you go first.
As far as I know, all Svetlana's secrets went with her to the bottom of the Vistula.
Should we take him to the Citadel, Chief?
No, Vanya. We'll finish this here.
I knew he was going to do that. He may be one of the people working with his father previously. Part of the coterie, as it was described.
Why did you help Svetlana?
You bought Hogwarts Legacy today. It was on sale. I purchased it on the last sale. I've not had a chance to play it yet, or even install it. I bought that and Horizon... Was it Horizon Forbidden Dawn? Forbidden West? The first one. Horizon Zero Dawn. There we go. I installed that, and the night I was going to start playing that, City of Heroes announced their licensing agreement with NCSoft, and so I played City of Heroes for most of the next month. So that one's still sitting and installed and unplayed, except for the opening cinematic. And I bought Hogwarts at the same time, and that one hasn't even been installed yet. So, yeah, it's supposed to be a really good game. I'll get to it probably someday.
The emotions linking her to my father seemed sincere to me. I trusted her.
What if you were wrong? Maybe your father got together with her because I told him to. Would you believe me if I told you that your father didn't trust her?
No, I wouldn't. Where's my father's grimoire?
Look for it in Stanislav's
Just PC.
circle of old friends.
I don't have a console any longer. Well, I mean, I have a couple of them sitting around the house, but I don't play them.
Thaumaturges.
They're old ones.
Do you know who they are? Where I can find them?
No, but once you do, don't neglect to inform me. And watch out. They're very dangerous people.
What was the last console I bought?
Need to get out of here.
Whichever the first PlayStation was that had a Blu-ray. I don't even remember which one that was. I have to go home. Northern Srodomice. No, I am a PC gamer. Haven't had a new console for what, 10, 15 years?
You're finally here. We've been waiting for you.
Rasputin.
I'm afraid I was boring your charming sister with my chatter.
Oh, nonsense. I'll leave you two alone.
You look tired. Is everything all right?
Not even
Do
remotely.
you need my help?
I don't think you can help.
This has been an especially difficult night for me.
Is everything all right with Svetlana?
Why do you ask?
You two left without saying goodbye. Did something happen?
That would be...
I saw a golem.
A golem? From Jewish legends? Is it a salutor?
Yes, and it turned out to be a very real salutor. A material one. I didn't think that was even possible.
And what does it have to do with Svetlana?
I'm afraid Svetlana is dead.
I was afraid of this. Did the golem kill her?
You could say that. The golem sank her boat by collapsing the roof over the pier. Svetlana intended to live off of selling other people's secrets.
Secrets can be deadly. Do you want to know what she shared with me?
Do you know how to customize and build your own PC? And do I have a really good PC because I live in Silicon Valley? I have put together a lot of PCs over the years professionally as part of my job, was putting them together mostly for racks to go into computer rooms, or even putting together the desktop systems that the engineers were using. I don't do it anymore because I did it for years, and I'd rather have somebody else. I'd rather pay somebody else, $40 or $50 to put together a system for me, rather than have to do it myself and debug if there's any problems. It's worth it to me to have someone else do it. Being here in Silicon Valley basically means I've got access to all of the hardware that I could want at a price. It used to be a lot more easy to get some of the stuff because there were a couple of big local stores that sold it, but still, certainly I can get access to anything. But it's expensive. Silicon Valley is an extraordinarily expensive place to live.
You're not proposing blackmailing anyone with anything, are you?
Nonsense. Of course not. As I told you, I want the world to see my truth. I want to stop the annihilation of countless human beings. But on my own, I am like Cassandra. Yet, with Svetlana's knowledge and you by my side, no one will have any choice but to believe me.
I'm intrigued.
The question is, can you bear the burden that she also carried?
I've really got a lot on my shoulders. My father's secrets, his lover's death, the Ochrana, and now a golem. I think I can bear this too, if it lets me get rid of the other problems. Can you say which secret of Svetlana's you mean? She had a whole chest full of them.
That wasn't in the chest, and now it's only in my memory.
Will you tell me what this is about?
What was in the chest then?
Not here, no. Get some rest first. At our next meeting, at the Narizhinskis, it's safe there, for now.
I bought a PC from a commercial vendor, one I currently have. One I last bought was from a local small chain. They have about a half a dozen stores. And I've used them in the past, but this one I was in a hurry for, so I had to buy it from Best Buy. The system specs were good. I wish it had a larger SSD, but other than that, it's a fine system, but I got it from a regular, just a regular store. Just Best Buy.
Will you ever let me in on the secret?
For now, I don't want to risk it. I don't even want to talk about it here. That your sister can remain uninvolved. One more question. Might this golem cause you any trouble?
I'm sure I'll find out soon.
If the golem comes back.
I think we need to have a word. How do you know people like this, Rasputin?
He's that miracle worker I was writing to you about. The one who helped me return to my senses.
Not completely, I think. Given that you brought him with you.
He just came to see me. I owe him a lot.
It looks like he knows you better than I do.
What makes you dislike him so much?
It's how he talks and his eyes. They unsettle me. And he smells. Haven't you noticed? I can still smell him here. I can only congratulate you on having friends like that. First Niedzic, now a gloomy hermit. And ladies of the night have started hanging around outside the windows. Are they also friends of yours?
Who are those women?
Horace, Victor. Prostitutes. Women of easy virtue, daughters of Corinth. Courtesans, moths, hookers, floozies. I've been seeing 2 girls around here recently. They stand out on the street and peek into our windows.
Maybe Aboris is playing a prank. This can wait. Ligia, I'm really dead on my feet, but there's one more thing we need to have a word about.
I wonder what I don't know yet.
PC is decades old and crashes. Only used to play WoW on it. Not sure how much of a gaming PC it would run WoW nowadays. I wouldn't imagine a lot if it's really old. You'd probably run it slow. I know that historically, Blizzard tries to keep the requirements on WoW relatively low and easy so that it is available to more players. So it might still run, but...
How long have you known your chief?
What does that matter?
So you knew he worked for the Ochrana?
Yes. You'd have found in the end anyway, but he asked me not to tell you right away.
Scolder or...
I understand that each of us has various relationships.
I don't have
with
the
tangled
moral
up
high
in.
ground to scold her.
But I think we should start talking about them more often.
Agreed. I'll only add that a contact like him is very useful in business.
I'm guessing he knows how to arrange contacts for you. I'm sure he often invites you to all sorts of soirees and receptions, right?
I don't always accept. It seems like we've each got our own miracle worker. I know who he is, and I treat him very cautiously. Plus, we've already established that you don't report to me about your acquaintances. Besides, it was Papa who introduced him to me all those years ago. What's the real reason we're talking about Konieczkin?
I saw him once more at Port Braga.
What were you doing there?
I was tracing Father's missing grimoire. Someone sent a golem after him, and now that person is trying to find us, too.
The golem is what
Why?
killed our father.
That's what I have to find out.
Of course.
Did you know that someone sent a golem after our family?
A golem? The kind from Jewish legends?
This one was very real. It destroyed half the port where it was trying to kill me.
Port Braga? Are you alright? What were you doing there?
I helped Svetlana. She wanted to flee the country.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Do you know what forces you're playing with? You know full well who she is.
A corpse right now.
Who she was.
Sorry, what?
Svetlana is dead. She was just setting off on a lovely voyage when a golem appeared and... Svetlana is dead.
We're finished. They'll put us both in prison. What will become of us?
What about Uncle Sasha? He's always eager to help.
It's too risky to arrange this through family. And morally dubious. I'm afraid this is outside his purview.
Don't worry, nothing will happen to us. I'll make sure of it.
Well, how did we make sure that
How
nothing
will you
happened to
do that?
Svetlana?
O ye of little faith, you can trust me, sister.
I do trust you. And look how far that's gotten me.
That's a little unfair, sister. You haven't experienced anything unusual recently?
Nothing so remarkable, given I'm living with the Thaumaturge. You think there's any way I'd have let a golem slip by me?
Was there anyone who very openly disliked Father?
More than you?
Touché.
I was going to say, yeah.
Did he
Would
know
it be?
some sort of thaumaturge who might have been out for revenge, or did he mention a coterie to you at any point? Did he meet up with other thaumaturges?
As far as close friends, I think you already know that's a dead end. And he never introduced a thaumaturge to me.
Look, why don't we leave this conversation until morning,
I agree. Good night. Where are my cigarettes?
Chapter 2, Stakes and Costs. Learn about a particular court secret. Go to sleep. I will after I run a quick lap. Make sure that there's nothing new for clickies. Pretty nice place we've got here, gotta say. Okay. Go up to the second floor. And the game crashed. Give me a sec. I will reboot it. Okay. That's Bukovac, one of my salutors, and that's Lelek, another one of my salutors. Okay, let's see if we crash this time. Nope. All right, that's good. Okay, nothing in the bathroom. Nothing around here. My room. I don't think I've got anything else to wear other than the clothes I had when I first came into the game, so we'll stick with these. Although evidently we can get a bunch of other clothes. Holy crap. Because that's a lot of spots. So I guess I'm going to take a nap. We're in a dream. Discover the source of the golem curse.
It looks familiar, and yet different. Well, well. Is this a dream?
I'm guessing, yeah. Got something there. So candles will lighten the way.
I need to get out of here.
A dream or a spell? Another salutor. It's his father, my father.
The devil himself.
Blind fool.
Well, what don't I see? Maybe you could give me an answer this time.
What don't you know?
We've been seeing one another more and more since you died.
Ask me about something you don't know.
Why is the golem pursuing our blood? You've not just put me in danger, but Liga as well. Who did you hurt so much that the golem was aiming to? Hold on.
Yeah,
It
killed
succeeded,
him.
didn't it? That's what killed you. That's what made the building fall on you. Why did you let a rat like Konieczkin into our home? Now he's dogging Liga and me. Were you working for him? Did you start informing on your customers for him?
A fool's theory.
Who inflicted this punishment on you? What for? And how the hell do I lift it?
Everything I've done.
Was with your children in mind. I've heard it all before. for our good, I know. Thanks a lot. I definitely didn't ask for a blood curse. Are you finally going to say something?
You've wasted your time. I left you all the answers. You just have to find them.
Ooh,
Where am I
he's
supposed to
crying
look for
blood.
In the back grimoire, which I nearly got from you. In that case, where is it? Who was it? Your friends? Your coterie that you hid even from your lover? Who are they? What were you planning?
You possess everything I had. I have left you everything you need.
Come back here! I'm not finished with you yet!
Talk to my sister. So did I just wake up? So she must be downstairs. Whoops, we've got a letter. Lagier's diary. Victor is back. On the one hand, I feel like crying with happiness. On the other, my brother has changed a lot, and I find it hard to see in him the boy he used to be. I can remember our 12th birthday. The last one we spent together, Papa, Mother, Victor, and I. They took us on a carousel in Mrs. Yagoda's patisserie. Victor and I kicked each other under the table and stole the best bits from one another. I can still remember his laugh. Oh, how he laughed. With every fiber of his being, and so much his cheeks quivered. Our parents shared a plum donut, and they looked almost happy. I thought back then that maybe it would be all right. That would be a real family, one without yelling, secrets, or the awful pressure of expectation. Sadly, I was wrong. First Mother left, then Victor, now Father. Everyone's leaving. I wonder how long till my brother leaves me again. I feel a sneeze coming. Sneeze achieved. Might be another one coming. They like to come in pairs for me. Am I conscious enough to eat?
Look who's up. Sleeping Beauty. Have some coffee. In the morning, Grażynka brews it strong. Unless we're still arguing.
Forgive me for yesterday. Warsaw was getting to me.
Yes, I know the feeling. And I don't want to quarrel with you either. We'd be better off focusing on the obstacles ahead of us. Maybe I'll talk to Konieczkin.
I suspect he'll offer us a deal with the devil.
For now, I'm just thinking out loud. I thought about what you were saying yesterday. Those strange phenomena related to the golem. Once, when I was taking a carriage to the store, the horse took fright. First it reared, then it started kicking, and after a moment it froze and dropped dead on the cobblestones. But it was already old.
Yeah, but that's not usual behavior.
That I don't know yet.
Does that mean we might be in danger?
I don't know how long it took the golem to reach Father. He only found me in Warsaw that one time. I don't know how he works.
I can't believe Father didn't know that either. There must be something in his office. Anything.
Maybe.
Is there any other way you could find out?
I had a dream about Father.
Me too. Right after he died. He was soothing me with my favorite lullaby.
First he insulted me, and then blood poured down his face.
Very funny. Do you see?
Wasn't joking.
This was only the second time. I hope there will be more. It's been a long time since I was quarantined in the hospital. They're not ordinary dreams. They're very realistic visions. I talk to him, I ask questions, but I can't understand his answers.
Why don't we focus on real life?
If a golem can be in real life, the dreams could be too.
Has anything been reported about Port Praga?
I've been keeping an eye out, but nothing yet. But Svetlana's disappearance won't go unnoticed for long. Hyenas like fresh corpses.
I know that you're still sorting through things there, but I really have to visit our store in Mirov.
I'm basically done, and I was planning to go there now after breakfast. Will you join me?
I should look through all of Father's things in the store. Everything he left behind.
All right, let's go.
Not much has changed here.
Just the sign. Or maybe the owner.
That's right. Now it's your kingdom.
Or
I
queendom.
don't think queens dig through columns of numbers, exotic names, addresses, and consignment notes. Or scold customers who don't know the difference between powdered skull and powdered money. Have you developed an interest in the family business?
This conversation has convinced me even more that Father left the business in the right hands.
I have to take care of the inventory. Try not to make more of a mess than there already is.
Discover the source of the golem curse. Search your father's study. Search the Shulsky family shop in Mirov. Old clock. The clock has come to a standstill. Whoever winds the hands missed their moment. He winds up his favorite clock for the last time. The routine comes to an end, but isn't accomplished, or isn't accompanied by the peace of impending retirement, but rather by the anger of someone leaving even though they don't want to. It was inevitable. Continuing to work with the Shulsky is impossible. Shameful. It's time to leave today. Trace certain. Mordecai Chajat. I didn't mean to talk to her.
What is this?
Oh, that was the thing I was looking at. That's another Thaumaturge point.
Victor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what Father has on his face. That smile. I'm sure someone he disliked had just died.
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? We must not have even been 5. You two look more and more alike.
Don't scare me. The guy next to Father, that's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Victor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes, you mentioned it recently.
It's a shame Papa never said why.
Could Hayat have wanted our father to die? Could he have sent the golem after him?
I think you'll have to ask him. I heard that he bought out one of the 2 rundown laundries here in Mirov, not too far away. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm taking another look around.
Oh, that's not good. That was the golem.
Is that?
Yes. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
There's something else up here, I think. No, I guess not. I saw the little... See, I see the sparkles there, and that usually means that there's something nearby. Maybe it's in the other room there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's in here. Mordecai's resignation letter. In a frigid tone, Mordecai resigns from work and asks father not to contact him and to steer clear of Mirov, where he intends to stay. Cold words hide a burning hatred and a strong belief that the former friend, Stanislaus Shulsky, is to blame for Abraham Horowitz's disappearance. He is a man from whom one should look away. That's from Mordecai for sure. L's over here. Register of goods. Most signatures are Mordecai's. A few are father's, and the most recent one are Legie's. Our handwriting hasn't improved any. Mordecai's signatures are filled with emotions. The older ones sing of a happy life and satisfaction from a job well done, but a year ago the song changed, became filled with sorrow, hatred, and bitterness brought by a friend's betrayal. Sounds like he and Dad had an issue. What is the sister? Question mark?
I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
What's this mysterious university?
I'm giving a lecture at the Flying University. It's a very informal educational initiative, not to say secret. And an important one, especially for women who can get an education from us, which they are legally prohibited from doing under the partition. I'd like you to come with me.
What's the lecture about?
The economic aspect of the woman's question. I've gathered some interesting data and managed to get some great sources from France and England. Come on! Those 2 brain cells you still have will appreciate a break from booze and trouble.
Who would appreciate
Come
a
with
break
me.
from booze? Let alone trouble.
Of course I will go. I will be honored.
No questions or bargaining? Who are you and what have you done to my brother?
If it's important to you, there's no need to persuade me.
The university is meeting in the antiquarian bookshop across the Green Square. Which brings us to the most important thing. Everyone brings something sweet, so I ordered some donuts from Mrs. Yagoda. The best ones. And the best donut is filled with...
I'm not... I don't know what advocat is. Oh, avocado, I assume? If those are the options, I'm going to go with cherry.
With cherry.
So the argument continues. Get those donuts, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Apparently, she's not a fan of the cherry donuts. Discover the source of the golem curse, search your father's study, talk to Mordecai. We've got a POI here, that'll give us a little experience. Alright, we're here. Place of respite. Another POI there, POI there. In Mirov. Ah, okay. Well, before I do that, I'm going to... No, I don't think we have anything else to poke around with in the shop that I could see. So we have to go to Mirov. So I can talk to Mordecai. Hayat. Won't let me. So, that's the tram stop. Carriage? I guess we'll catch a carriage then. We'll have to do it manually. As the tram stop doesn't seem to be working right. No, that one's not freely available. Either way. Taxi. Mirov. Why won't it let me go there? Because I'm already in Mirov? I'm already in Mirov. Huh. The store's in Mirov. I guess I'm going to have to go to Thaumaturge and check through the house and see if I can find more of Father's information in his office. Nothing there. I'll check down in the basement first. No, it doesn't look like there's anything down here. Up. Then some treats for Yagodka. Oh, we've got stuff over here. Old letter. A very generic letter. Strange someone kept it. Beneath the neat letters pulse a deeply hidden thaumaturgic message. Are you looking for a Kabbalist outside of Warsaw? Don't bother. One of the best is closer than you think. Itzhak Sofer of the Nojik Synagogue. Property deeds, a list of Father's properties. There are a lot of them, and most of them were well-known addresses in and outside of the city, except for one.
I have to find their meeting place.
An ordinary wooden box, nothing special. The box is seemingly empty, yet at the bottom rests a clear and precise thought that wasn't left by accident. It was laid out carefully by the skilled mind of a thaumaturge. The message is short. Let us meet. Trace is unknown. Family secrets, a suspicious address, and a message that only another thaumaturge could read. It smells of mystery and conspiracy. This is exactly what Konechkin and Svetlana were talking about. I should check it out. Finally caught up to stream. Hope you have a great evening. Take care. Thank you very much for hanging, for catching up. You have a great night too. I'm working on mine. We'll see. It's too early to tell. The cylindrical medallion conceals a protective incantation in Hebrew. The words engraved on the amulet exude regret, and the message enchanted in the locket whispers a warning. The echo of Golem's curse smells of dark Kabbalah and remorse. I feel something else, a trace. I recognize it. It was in the ruins of the tenement house under which my father died. The trace is familiar. The old man of an old man. Anything else in here? We've got some red sparkles upstairs, I think. Kabbalistic text. It's long and convoluted and describes how only the sons of Abraham can create living bodies out of clay. Stinks of misogyny. He slams the book on the desk and violently turns its pages, tearing the paper between trembling fingers. He's vexed. He pauses to think about the curse of Abraham that was placed upon him. There must be a solution. There must be. Trace is certain. It's from Father. He knew he was cursed and was trying to figure out the answer. Golem's Genesis. Rabbi Sofer, from Nojic synagogue cast the golem curse on father. Interesting, especially given the fact that the two were seemingly friends. On the other hand, destroying important relationship was father's favorite pastime, so it doesn't surprise me. If I want to get rid of the golem, I should go to Mirov. Nojic synagogue. Mirov. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. Back to Mirov, I think. Back to Mirov. I'm going to go ahead and save here, just to be on the safe side. Nojic synagogue. Rabbi.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet. You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
I will wait for them to finish. Hey, Vorp.
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
I understand, Rabbi. And if someone were to help you with these workers?
In the words of the market woman trying to tempt a Jewish man into idolatry, what harm would it do?
I understand.
Young rabbi. Renovation of the synagogue, unruly workers. No wonder the rabbi doesn't have time to talk to me. He's got a lot on his mind. But we have a couple of points in thaumaturgy we can add. So, let's see. Add the point to the dimension heart. Increases damage by an additional 100% if the enemy is in the suffering state. Enemy's planned action if they're in the suffering state, and double the inflicted damage or lowered focus if your focus is less than 6. Oh, that's an interesting one. These two are going to give me 2 more health points when I get to them. We'll develop our word a little bit further. Bucket for rainwater. The roof must be leaking in more than one place. The mirror of the water reflects a thought, pure and strong like a hailstone. The house of God cannot resemble a ruin. It's not right. Something must be done about it while there's still time. We've still got, I guess it's him. There's probably something over here. Yep. The ladder. Old ladder. It's worn out, but it must have seen many renovations. The ladder was placed with vigor and deep conviction that work on restoring the house of God is an honor and a good deed that will surely be noticed by the Almighty and heavenly hosts. Such work is a treasure. Anything else? We'll try speaking with the rabbi again. I can't speak with the rabbi again. There is something else over here, though. There we are. Cracked wall. The crack runs from the ground all the way to the roof of the synagogue, from where the water steadily drips. The crack in the walls hides the fear of righteous divine punishment exacted upon those who truly deserve it. After all, things would be different if such was God's will. Someone had to committed many sins to cause the synagogue to be in such a current state. The renovation of the synagogue, the workers are pious, but their faith has led them to different conclusions. The younger one wants to renovate the temple for God's glory as fast as possible. The older one fears that restoring that which God has destroyed is a sin. I should make sure the prevailing interpretation is one that aligns with my goals. Make the rabbi talk to me. Well, I don't think I can make him talk to me. Back out to Mirov. So, there's something else we have to find here in Mirov. Let's follow our nose. Our perception leads us. Presumably to the store of Mordecai Chayat.
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle.
I'm an oozing
You ain't had
carbuncle.
enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
Mirov don't kid around with them.
And who am I supposedly bothering?
And you wasted the chance to keep your mouth shut. We'll cure this posh boy of his nosiness, you can bet.
It's another fight. Imagine my surprise. Really not any. Alright, let's see. He's got focus. Reduces the impact of the owner's focus by 1. Attack with Veles to disable that. He's invulnerable. So he can't get any additional states. Negative states. And he's got resistance. Reducing damage. Well, ideally, what I want to do is I want to remove one of them as quickly as possible. We'll go ahead and start the fight. I will use Veles on him, and hopefully Veles will land a nice little critical hit that'll take him out of combat. That's a 50-50 chance. I can't put any states on him, and he takes less damage. Well, I can't put any states on him. But I can try to interrupt his attack. Well, so far things are going my way. What's he going to do? Oh, a slow swing. Well, if I can interrupt him, that would do me quite well indeed. 50% chance of interrupting his attack. Oh, Veles, you loser. That did not help. Alright. That wasn't good, Velas. You really disappointed me there. Alright, we're going to swap to Bukovac. And that'll disable the enemy's trait and hopefully do a buttload of damage. He's about to attack with a slow swing. Ah! I misclicked, I think. I did. I misclicked. Alright, the next thing is he's gonna make a big attack. We do not want that to hit, so hopefully we'll get lucky. I have a state on me. What is that? Terror reduces focus by 1 at the end of every round. Stack facts up to twice. I'm now vulnerable to the strong attack. That's what he's made. He made me vulnerable to a strong attack. So I really need to interrupt. Yay, that was enough. The interrupt worked. But I'm still vulnerable to a strong attack. He's got a slow swing coming and mauling fist. And a breakbone coming. But Bukovac will be coming next. Who's got the breakbone? Alright, that's him. That's him. He's got the breakbone coming. Get him, Bukovac. Ow. Ow. Ow, ow. Well then, next up will be Upir. My defenses leave a lot to be desired. Well, I'm up against 3 of them, and he's in trouble. So if Upir attacks him, I'll get a big heal out. So we'll let Upir take him out. Who's up next? He's up next. And so we have a quick attack. We'll try to interrupt his big swing. And that was an 11-point heal for me. Reduces restored health points by 40%. Oh, that didn't help. That was less than entirely helpful. Let's see, who would we like? He's at 22. Bukovac. Well, it won't bring him all the way down, but we'll certainly... Alright, he's down. He's going to get a shot in on me. Bukovac is next. I'll go ahead and quick attack him. And it should, but Bukovac will do a whole bunch of damage, and then I'll finish him. My defenses were fine, sir. I won with ease. Relatively. Alright, Mordecai. Hayat. There we go. Hayat. I believe is the pronunciation. Hayat? Something like that.
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's... Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently I've taken...
It was a golem.
Leave us alone.
Pardon me.
Did you wander in here by mistake?
I hope those guys outside are your relatives. Otherwise, you're paying too much for your protection. Are you scared of something?
I'm not easily frightened. I have the time spent working with your father to thank for that. You got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
You are curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
That's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Pardon me.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you like...
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
Pardon me again.
No such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Why
I'm
did
missing
you quit
something.
working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
Something continues to elude me.
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
A lost coin, an old coin worth 30 kopecks. The coin is soaked through with the irritation brought in by a failed attempt at reconciliation. How long can you keep explaining things to someone who refuses to listen? Once you've been found guilty, there's nothing that will change that. No fact or plea. Anger is all that remains. Trace is certain. It was Dad, Stanislav. Oh, something's in here. Apparently people don't mind when I go around sniffing around for things. Group photograph in the office. Father and Mordecai on the store's opening. They look happy. The photograph is covered with a thick layer of regret and disappointment. Mordecai really believed in all of it. In friendship, in good intentions, and in the fact that Stanislav Shulsky was a good person. Unfortunately, he was wrong. All that's left of the friendship was bitterness. Gonna try again?
Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relationship with my father. A tense relationship.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove, especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
Something continues to elude me. I need to keep searching.
I'm leaving now, but I...
Fair.
Don't suppose I can go up the stairs. No. Interesting. It's pointing me back to him, but I don't have the piece of information I need. Make the rabbi find a way to break Mordecai's silence. Well, it doesn't appear to be in here. Whatever it is. Back out into Mirov. Where is the rabbi then? That's Lushik. Maybe I have something now that can make maybe the rabbi will talk to me now? Well, first, a quick point of interest. The bazaar. Really bizarre. Strengthen the younger one's resistance, so he puts his foot down.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem
Thank you,
is
Pierre.
afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about sulfur. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
There may be a
So I'll go on my own.
a
And show
salutor
that
in the
Hashem
basement.
protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me. But if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski, and I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
There's something downstairs waiting for us. Sooner or later. I'm pretty sure. Into the office. Let me go ahead and put on the music. Warshawski. Ofin Pripyatchik. Homilies about Shimon the Mage. Chapter 25. When Shimon's apprentices created a golem without his supervision, it refused to obey them, going out and doing as it pleased when they wanted to destroy it by means known to them. It did not react and continued to cause them trouble. Finally, they turned to their master in shame, and he said unto them, that which was created, only at its birthplace can it be destroyed. And so the apprentices lured the golem to where it had been created, and it crumbled to dust. Okay. Now we have a clue as to how to destroy the golem. Chauffeur's note. Yesterday, I was walking towards Gryzbauska Street, was struck by an intense yet unfamiliar sensation that is usually felt where a salutor is present. It struck me with all its might when I was passing the marketplace. I'm not familiar with that kind of energy. Exotic, wild. That arrival does not come from here.
What do we have here?
Give me just a sec. I just need to close the window. It was a nice day here, so I had the window open to get a little fresh air in. All right, Rabbi.
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with the golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Rabbi, could you tell
Something
me
still eludes me.
about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
How can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body.
I remember that from the
mess, which means death.
From the X-Files episode about it.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
We've got porcelain cup. The dregs at the bottom are covered in mold. The cup's been here a long time. The words of a plea made over a cup of tea cower near the mold. A plea to cast the golem's curse, justice for the sins committed against Mordecai and his community. Shulsky should experience the wrath of the sons of Abraham. He must suffer just punishment. Trace certain it's from Mordecai Hayat, I believe. So he asked for the golem. Mordecai Hayat was father's friend and colleague until Stanislaw Shulsky did something that awoke hatred in his friend. Whatever it was, it pushed Mordecai to the edge, and he asked Rabbi Sofer to cast the golem curse. Unfortunately, only father died. The curse passed on to me. Thanks, Papa. Bitten fountain pen, an expensive fountain pen with a bitten tip. Someone here doesn't concern themselves much with worldly possessions. The words left his throat, but stopped at the bitten end of the pen and refused to march further. The rabbi wanted to confess everything, to talk about the motives that guided Stanislav's actions. He didn't, though, in the name of the greater good. Trace was certain. It's from Itzhak Sofer. A prescription for heart-strengthening liqueur. The doctor's handwriting is hardly neat, but it radiates profound care for his companion. Letters stretch out with tenderness, wanting to ease suffering of a friend, a special person with whom one shares the same ideals and the same mission. One meant to change the face of the world. Trace familiar of the doctor. All right, back to the rabbi.
Rabbi?
I'm listening.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horowitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
The rabbi's opinion of the pharmacist. The rabbi says that Abraham Horowitz left behind an abandoned pharmacy at the edge of Mirov, as well as sadness in the hearts of members of his community. Nevertheless, his disappearance was accompanied by strange rumors mentioning the Ochrana and the socialists. Potentially dangerous mix.
Mordechai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
No, I think that's it for now.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Couldn't hurt. All right, let's head back to Mordechai. Inspect Abraham Horowitz's pharmacy, perhaps after. We have a little chat with Mordecai. Oh, we got something further to talk about with Mordecai.
Mr. Shulsky again. Have a new theory?
You didn't need the power to send the golem after my father. Old Sopher did it at your request.
And do you know what for?
You hated him when you quit working for him, and you still hate him. Hate is a powerful emotion. It can lead to vengefulness.
I wager you don't have a blind clue what you're talking about.
What kind of justice is it when children suffer for their father's sins? You started it, so you'll help me finish it. No one innocent needs to suffer anymore.
Miss Ligia, it's true. What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
Yes, let's go.
We'll stop to get Feldman. He should see this too.
Okay. I'm going to do a quick save here. Shulsky, ready? Oh, I'm sure. This Shayat in the synagogue. In a moment, you'll see a real mess, Rabbi. That's not promising sounding. In a moment, you'll see a real mess, Rabbi. Is there anything else in here? Real quick, run around, just see. Nope. A dungeon. They have a dungeon. How did you know about this passage? You're not the only one who knows the synagogue's secrets, Rabbi. I've been living here a long while. I had time. What you did, Mordecai. Rabbi, come on. You know you can't avoid this conversation. Journal updated. Hashim, what happened here? Column, let's be honest. It keeps the ceiling from collapsing, but it looks ready to collapse itself, hardly encouraging. The column trembles with the fear of the man who was watching the summoning ritual. Golem, the embodiment of a salutor, was being born in an incredible yet terrifying spectacle. It was more like a nightmare than a beautiful dream. Wow. All of my bits and pieces are giving up on me. Coughing, yawning, destroyed wall. So this is how the golem got out. This hole explains Feldman's problems with the roof. Stones crack, crumble, and fall. The wall crumbles into dust. Faced with a brutal, inhuman strength fueled by hatred, emptiness, and destruction. Inscribed material. The painstakingly inscribed Hebrew incantation. Words of deep concentration hovered over the material. Any mistake, even the smallest slip in the placed incantation, may spell failure and the death of the Kabbalist. Therefore, keep calm and proceed slowly with precision. The stakes are high. And perhaps we're holding water for keeping the clay wet. Buckets of clay. The clay was probably used to create the golem. Traces of A dilemma attached themselves to the then wet clay. On one hand, animating a golem with extreme measure, reckless even. On the other hand, how that louse Shulsky had it coming, given his crimes no punishment is too great. Mordecai Chayat. The synagogue basement, this is where the golem that chased down and killed father was summoned. Pardon me, and now it's after me. I thought salutors couldn't take on physical form. I was wrong. The Kabbalah and hatred are capable of bending even the fundamental laws of thaumaturgy. I can't undo this on my own. I need an ally. Well, hopefully the rabbi. Just a quick check. Make sure I'm not missing anything else down here. All right, Mordecai.
So,
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. I wanted his father to suffer. Maybe I wished death on him.
We still don't know what he
Revenge
did.
is no justice. It is always dictated by anger. And in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
Why?
what do you remember from the moment you summoned the golem?
Nothing. I don't want to go back to that.
Your memory takes shape and forms into words. Talk to me, Mordecai.
I feel cold. Cold from the clay seeps into my fingers, into my bones. But the colossus I've been sculpting for hours is nearly ready. Sofer whispers the spell in Hebrew, but his words throb in my temples and soul. The colossus comes to life and looks at me.
What did Sofer say then?
I don't know.
Speak!
I couldn't hear, I swear. I couldn't hear. Truly. Enough, I beg you. Enough. Your family and your blood deserve this curse. Enough.
Yet. How could Sofer have done something like this? And you, sir, how are you not ashamed?
Hayat isn't the one this clay colossus is following. An eye for an eye, Rabbi.
Isn't that just the sort of thinking that got us into the situation we're in now? Perhaps we can learn from our mistakes.
I don't get to learn from anything.
This place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the salutor. Hayat brought it and spent hours shaping the body of the golem.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations? These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on, in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
Well, there is someone. Normally, I'd advise against contacting him, but after considering these extraordinary circumstances, and with trust in your choice of a path to lead me down, I'm compelled to reveal that it's Ariel Rofe.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Well, I know him well enough to suspect that he might not want to help me, but I'll look for him.
Mercy rebuilds bridges.
I think I know where Rafa would tell me to shove that.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Shall we?
Let's get out of here.
Received a couple quests. Alright, we've got stuff here. Let's see. Mirov, Praga, the Shulsky family shop, Noshik synagogue, Chayat's laundry, Rabbi Feldman, Rabbi Itzhak Shofar, or Sofer, and Kabbalah. Let's see. No, not there. Journal entries. Children of Satan. High time I went to Rasputin. He invited me to the Najarinskys. Dangerous fiends. Konechkin claims the Blackmoor ended up in the hands of father's shady friends. Box containing thaumaturgic content for a meeting with the family's tenement house. All these clues are connected somehow. I want to find the grimoire. I'll check this address. Wow, there's a whole bunch of quests. I didn't realize were actually just side quests that I can do. Holy crap, holy. Oh, those are urban secrets, so those are just POIs, I think. Yeah. That's the main quest. Okay. Let's go with that one. Oh, there we go. Contact Ariel Rofe. And where's he? Powishli? Port Praga. Okay, I've got two. One of them is the main quest. I guess the other one is probably the quest I have currently selected. Powishli. Oh, something's there. Piece of paper on a tree. New time of the AES meeting at 5 at the crossing street of Bednarska and Ziemna. Piece of paper on a tree. Hey, that's another point. Printout nailed to a tree. An organization called the AES has changed the time of the meeting to the intersection that I just mentioned. Alright, that's closed. Moonshine Bar. This way. Pharmacy gauze package. Hygroscopic gauze sterilized. Discarded dressing container empty. Adrenaline pulses through his veins, drowning out concern about his brother. Blood mixes with dust on his skin and clots at the touch of ice. The firm pressure on the wound is like reassurance that he's right there. When they are together, no one can beat them. Today, they will claim another victory and reap its rewards. That's the pawn shop. Buy, sell, exchange, pawns, loans, pledge anything. Open from dawn until dusk. Yep. That's a place I can wait, but I don't want to. Complaint. Mr. Sheshla, I can no longer stand what is going on. Almost every afternoon under the windows of our 5A Branarna Street, where it used to be so quiet, clattering, screaming, and banging on metal. Can't you hear it? Please do something about it as soon as possible. Maria Stipkalna. A card folded in half and addressed to a watchman called Cheslaw, resident of the tenement house at Branara Street, complains about the daily noise under her windows. A dungeon. Well, I'm going to save here. Dungeon? I don't know. It says dungeon. Nope, that's not the place. Oh, yes, it is the place. Look at him pretending he knows how to read. Oh, dude, I know how to read.
Quiet this time.
Okay, this is where we had the fight. Against 3 rounds of multiple people. Oh, good. Another 3 people. They want to fight.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on! It's Mama's boy of Shrewdmesha.
I'm looking for Ariel Roffe.
Maybe he had a reason to make it so hard.
Mr. Roffe didn't mention nobody was gonna be looking for him. How about first your proof you're the son of Shrewdmesha? You wanna try your luck, sonny?
Waste of time. I'm out of here.
Now it's too late. Now we're gonna beat the shit out of one another.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
But under one condition. If I win, you tell me where I can find Ariel.
If I win, I'll be happy enough.
Okay, focus. First attack on this target casts a negative state on the attacker. Well, I don't want to do that. Restores 7 pounds every round. Well, we've got to attack with Bukovac. Attack with Velas to disable, and it will remove. Well, if it casts a negative state on Velas, that's fine. I'm going to start the fight. We'll start with Velas. To hit him, hopefully, 50-50 and knock him the bleep out. And he's coming up first, so we will quick attack him, hopefully interrupt his attack. Yep. Pretty good sock. Really good sock. And he heals. That's going to be a tough one. Okay. So. Bukovac can remove it. Can Bukovac finish him? Hopefully this will finish him. I'm not sure if that's enough to finish him or not. It's not. Damn it. And I think I'm probably going to be knocked the bleep out before I can do anything. So we're going to be back at it, right back at it again. All right. He's at 10. Well, a quick attack. If I interrupt him, I think I'm okay. Yeah, oh, this should I should be fine. There we go. A whole lot of healing going on. What does he got? I need the attack from Lelek to disable their ability. So Lelek it is. Thank you, Lelek. Didn't remove the fortitude. Can you remove the fortitude? No. Does Lelek have one to remove the fortitude? Okay, we'll just go with Bukovac.
Hang on. That's enough.
You're the son of a bishop Śródmieście.
Thank you. Now, would anyone be so kind as to point me in the direction of Mr. Ariorovka?
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He has got this sort of Geschäft there.
Thanks. Is there right to call this place the dungeon?
At the Różycki Bazaar. Is that in this map? No. Oh, it's an entirely new map. Well, that's surprising. I'm there. It's a long run back to the... taxi, so to speak. Oop. Doesn't help if I run into something and then just bonk off of it a couple of times. The bazaar. Soap, fish, book, the bazaar, the sacred mixes with the profane, I think. Let's throw another save down. Really bizarre. Locked, 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 locked. I've got a POI over here. We'll grab that. And another POI over here. Oh, who's this guy? 3 cups, nothing funny. Oh, 3-card Monty equivalent. We'll grab what? A man walking up to the stall feels like getting a soda to express his appreciation for the creativity of the structure's designers. Well, I think that's a bit much. Oh, there's something else back there. Find Ariel. He should be in here somewhere then. Ragdoll made from sturdy cloth, sewn neatly enough to make it look lively and sleek. The needle pierced the thick fabric with resolve and precision. The little seamstress stopped crying. She might not be able to afford a doll, but she would prove she could make something out of cheap cloth that everyone would envy her for. We've got another something around here that's... Oh, there it is. Billfold, meticulously emptied of money, business cards, and photographs. Of money. Business cards and photographs are all that remain. The theft was quick and discreet. It had to be discreet, and not for the sake of professionalism, but out of fear of the magician. If he catches someone stealing on his turf, he won't let it go. Quickly and discreetly then. Very discreetly. We've got another POI here. Our time spur creativity. Never before have poets constructed such intricate metaphors to outwit censors, making them feel like they are moving in a thick fog. Book at a stall. The Drowning of Marzana. It is said that Marzana has snow-white skin, wolfish teeth, and sharp claws that she uses to hunt, for old folks and children who get lost in the woods during winter. Those who let fear into their hearts should take heed well. Marzana comes for them in the night, haunting their dreams as an old, ugly hag. Sounds like a future salutor. Luckily, she loses her power at the coming of the spring solstice. That is the time to prepare an effigy, which the women of the household should adorn with fresh twigs on each new full moon, starting in the fall. Then they should carry the effigy around the village and set it on fire and toss it in a river. The effigy must not be looked upon as it is carried away by the river, for the drowning Marzana may bring bad luck to those who look at her. Oh, same thing. 2 books with the same thing. Oh, now he's showing us possibly down here, or something is. That's a dead end. Okay. Didn't look like a dead end, but it's a dead end. Yep. Milk chocolate bar, sweet and perfect for any occasion, from a wedding to a funeral. A refreshing scent of excitement cuts through the aroma of chocolate. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, chocolate with nuts, all in beautiful shades of brown and beige, complete with subtle carmines of raisins and raspberries. The colors might be associated with the earth, but they definitely taste of luxury. That's the legend of Vars and Sawa. Long ago, in a place where today a proud city stretches across the Vistula, there were wild woods swarming with large wild game, oryx, boars, and bears. It so happened that once Prince Kazimierz visited these parts, having lost himself in the hunt, he suddenly found himself in the darkest regions of the forest. He roamed for a long time, having lost his way, and just as he was about to lose all hope of ever returning home, he saw a glade, and in the middle of that glade, a small hut. In the hut, he found a poor married couple and their newborn twins. The hosts offered him their hospitality and gave him food and drink in return. The grateful prince named their children Vars and Sawa, and left a purse full of gold for the couple. They soon built a large homestead here, and new neighbors began settling all around them. To commemorate that event, the settlement was named Varsawa. Nothing was fucking selling. Why does everyone want to buy from that magician? The bottles are covered with dust, and none are missing. The bottles resemble the irritation instilled in them. After all, the vodka inside them is just as good as the merchandise of this bizarre magician. If only people would appreciate that and stop buying from under the counter. So, obviously, Ariel Rofeth has made himself quite the important man in the bazaar. New death? Not that I know of. Okay, they're both locked. But we do have something here. Note in the butcher shop window. Someone wanted to write closed for inventory but failed and gave up after several attempts. The window radiates with the joyful anticipation of cures. The butcher shop may be closed in theory, but Every queuer knows that the good stuff will come, and each of them is prepared to politely wait for it. Still trying to find Ariel. We got another thing. Cigar stub. Admittedly, smoked to the last puff, but still quite the luxury for this district. Words of satisfaction glow on the tip of the cigar butt. Cigars and gifts, just for keeping patrols away from the butcher shop? No problem. Sounds like the butcher shop isn't actually a butcher shop.
That wasn't loud.
Empty bottle, drained to the last drop. Smells of alcohol and someone, well, unwashed. A thought flows down the sides of the bottle, not particularly cohesive, but expert in nature. He's had a lot of alcohol in his life, in every neighborhood and from every counter, one could say, and yet the best moonshine is served at the butcher's shop in Rosic. Such are the facts of life here by the Vistula. Search for the Kabbalist. Rojitsky Bazaar. This whole magician is none other than Ariel Rofe. One must give him credit for ruling the entire bazaar. It seems he set up a thriving moonshine distillery in a closed butcher shop. The place is worth a visit. And I think I'm going to save it right here and call it an evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I have no idea how many of you there are because for the second night in a row, Streamlabs isn't giving me any useful information regarding that. Thanks, Streamlabs. You piece of... I'll just let that sit. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Not sure what I'm going to be playing. Maybe more of the Thaumaturge, but the Steam Spring Sale just started. And I might very well... Hey, Nod Knox. I might very well find something that I want to buy and play. So I cannot guarantee it'll be the Thaumaturge. Could also be Guild Wars 2. Could be more Last Epoch. I have no idea. But it will be the same old nonsense regardless of what game I'm playing. So usual time tomorrow. Again, want to thank you all for hanging out. I hope the rest of your Thursday night goes great. Your Friday goes quickly to get you into the weekend. That will be awesome. I promise. Would I lie? Yeah, I would. So, that's it for tonight. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and